No permissions, birth looked up, taking flight falling. Knows dissidence, balance in dark and light. Steadying the agreeable index plight. Crypto tuning up, yup, keeping it right. Yup. The meme that's on the rise. Agreeable intense. One on a Pulsechain's pride. Opening those minds with all the positivity. Marching in its time. Cadence in the grind. Agree to disagree. Yup. I thought of time. You meet up, hits it right. Freedom and prosperity. The destination and the flight. Lighting up dad's farm. Opposed to that, nope. Rule. Firing up them charts. Yeah, flying straight and true. Wink at the foes, cheer at the woes. Yep, stack stats gliding through the lows. The truth will set you free.
What is up, guys? How we doing? It is Wednesday. I haven't even looked at the charts. Last time I looked at the charts were green on Pulsechain, so maybe I need to turn this LED light to green. But when we look at the charts, we might do that. I got one live viewer. Nice. How we doing? Anybody in the comments yet? Nope. All right. New streaming. We're on my level. Check out. Oh, that's referral link stuff for streamer. Anyways, how we doing? I figured I'd stream. Let me post this in a couple spots real quick. Share out the stream. Get some people in here. I've been kind of busy today and slacking, and yet I'm still making time. Still streaming on Wednesdays. I gave you guys a nice Sunday stream. How you guys are doing? Other than that, I have a little bit of an update for the Telegram. I had, I got a channel, and Yep Token Official at Yep Token Official, t.me/Yep Token Official. That's the channel, but then you can go into the comments and then you can discuss there and stuff like that. It's kind of like a private discussion in there. Trying to combat scammers, posting in the chats, stuff like that, which is awesome. When a bunch of people are posting in there trying to like launch tokens every day, it's getting kind of annoying. So I'm combating that. And so when you do that, you can apply to get accepted to the group to where you can comment on Yep Token's official posts. I doubt a lot of people will be doing that because most of us are in the no permissions. But if you're not in the no permissions, you can get into the no permissions by going to nopermissions.com. Mr. Randy Halarski is a great leader, and he is very informative. He has videos. He has plenty of streams, things like that. Anyways, I plan on making how to get Yep on Pulsechain. I've been talking with a couple of people I know around here, and they asked me where to get it. So hopefully I'm coming out with a short video about the steps and the process to get Yep Token. And of course, they're going to have to buy Pulsechain in order to get Yep Token, because we're not on exchanges. We're only on DEXs. And other than that, let me know if you guys can hear me. I hope you guys can. Last time audio was great. Let me go to the settings. Audio. Yeah, the mic seems to be working, which is great. Cool. All right. Anyways, I got some little Twitter updates, a couple funny things to look at, and then we'll go through what's going on with me, and we'll probably look at some charts. I've been tinkering in the background, and it's hard. I'm just going to say that. But if you guys got any improvements to my background, let me know. Mr. Randy Halarski for sponsoring the No Permissions gave all the sponsors a little trophy. I thought I'd show that. Nobody's really shown that on stream. A little token of appreciation, which I appreciate it. Along with the special hats. This is edition 1, which is awesome. I thought I'd put that in the background. tip my hat. Other than that, let's get into it. Let's share the screen. I think I'm getting somewhat the hang of things. Come on, share screen. Let's do a window and let's do this. All right. How we doing? Anybody in the comments? Nope. All right. A lot of people are probably on X like always, which is good. Anyways, solid X.Pulse X game dev update. The next phase of the X game is already taking shape. Here's what the team is building behind the scenes, refining every animation, injecting fresh visual elements to make gameplay feel more alive, more dynamic, more fun. Smoother sound design and a sleek, more immersive experience from the first spin to the last. Yes, this is Solid X's game. I'm promoting the token more than that, but that's an update on that. Yeah, I think I'm still going to promote this and take a risk. States and stuff like that are weird, but I think I could promote the token. Yeah. Anyways, that's an update with the game. It's all on testnet still, and yeah, there's that for the Solid X promo. I guess I could play the video in a transition or something. I don't know. Let's just do this. Anyways, that's the game, which is really cool. It's a crash game. I think it's going to be fun. I'm going to play it. I don't know about you, but anyways, Hexologist had some funny. I thought this was funny, at least. It goes, WTF does this mean? Please manipulate the time for Hex to go back to all-time highs, please. At White House. I thought it was funny because the White House came out with our technologies permit us to manipulate time and space. They leave distance annihilated because things to grow and improve productivity, cause things to grow and improve productivity. My bad. Yeah, I thought that was a little weird. So they got time portals and they're probably on other planets and stuff. And we just don't get that tech yet. You know what I mean? Other than that, I thought that was pretty funny. Because so they're holding out on us. Maybe it's because of China and they want China to bend the knee with these tariffs and stuff like that. And it's pretty much a standstill between Trump and China. Really, we need more manufacturing back here and we need more smarter people knowing how to make things in America because I think too many people are on their phones anyways, just like now. But, we'll see. I work in manufacturing, so I kind of, yeah. I'll say a little story about that. Well, the Trump tariffs, apparently today we can't sell our parts because they're not going to import the parts because of the tariffs and get them from China anymore. So our parts, we can't package them and sell them as is. Our cables are made in America and everything, but the parts are made in China. Anyways, so now we're only putting those parts on cables until they find a supplier that's in the U.S. or something. So there's a little tit for tat. So their sales are going to drop, and I'm going to start probably having to look for another job here soon. So you might see me full time. I don't know. That's a joke. Hopefully not, because I want to be working, whether I'm in crypto or not. It's always a positive to have a job, have some steady source of income, and not live off your crypto. Maybe have fun, grow your wealth and everything through it, no matter what, and still provide income sources from other places, like maybe getting your handyman's license or things like that. Always have something to do outside of this instead of trying to make a quick buck. You know what I mean? So anyways, there's that. I hope these tariffs come to pass, and they'll still get them from China at like a 20% markup, because I know it's like 245%. Should have put the picture on my screen, but the highest tariff for like needles and probably like all the medicine that we get from China is I'll get in like 245% tariff, and then it goes all the way down to 20% for laptops. So I'm like, okay, so we're still going to see the TVs and laptops on the shelf, not at like 20% markup. That's not too bad. But like, hopefully it drives more manufacturing here. I'm hearing a couple companies that are like Honda and another one. Hopefully Toyota comes over. I think we already assemble Toyota in the United States, but a couple big manufacturers come over and we can get this game on, because we should have fair trade. And then once we have fair trade, we could probably go to free trade and we don't tariff each other. But who knows? Tariffs can be the worst thing, and we could all go to World War III if nobody bends the knee. You know, either way, we're always at war because somebody's always competing with somebody else and upping the other person. You know what I mean? So, in a sense, keep a level head about it and just know we're still going to progress through all of this. It's not the end of the world. Yes, prices are down. You're given a gift of low prices if you are in the younger state. But if you're on the old retirement area, you're stressing and you want to retire in the next 5-10 years. You need that income when you're in retirement, whether you still have a grocery store job in your 70s or 80s, because I still see those guys still working out there, whether they got 401k retirement or pensions or whatever, but still you got to keep yourself busy no matter what. Even if you're retired and living life like $100 million yachts and stuff like that, you're still going to find yourself doing a job or a passion. So manufacturing hopefully will come back. The weird part about our manufacturing, I think they get the copper for the cables in the U.S. from Arizona. So we ore it in the U.S. and then they send that copper overseas. They make the parts and send it back from us. So it's still made in America. But another funny part, anything that's branded made in America, only I think 51 or 55% has to be made or assembled in America to be qualified to be made in America to go through customs. So I don't know. There's all these loopholes. They could have changed it from the last time I known. So it's like you see a made in America product that has to be ordered out of the United States and then mostly made in America. So you can put parts from China on things and it's still made in America. You know what I mean? Or you can just design it in America and then have China build it and send it back and just say it's designed in America, built in China. You know what I mean? And it still says made in China. So I'd rather it say made in the USA, because people cherish made in the USA stuff. Apparently, if you're like the Gucci of cables or the Gucci of fashion or whatever, people cherish that stuff if it says made in America. You know what I mean? Just my opinion. Who knows? Into my rant. We're already gone 13, 14 minutes. So, little alpha, let's click out of this. If you do not know of this Pulsechain Block Explorer, it is very good with only 5% blocks index. It's still being worked on. Everything. I know Midgard's coming too. This is the Kek, Kekx Explorer avecdra.pro. All right. So if you're on Pulsechain and you want to look at this stuff, it is fairly good. I mean, like, if you just had an address, let's just go to latest blocks, I guess, but pick an address. You know what I mean? It pops up with things nicely. Click. This is only 6% blocks index now. My bad. And it comes out, transactions, token transfer, all that stuff, nice and clean. The logo's there. It's getting worked on, which is nice. I like that. Just a little bit of alpha. So if you don't know about that, use it if you're on Pulsechain. I've been having to go back between MetaMask, Ravi. I'm internet money wallet and different browsers. I don't know what's up with Rabby lately with estimating gas stuff, but I feel like everything's just trying to get stuck. So I've been using MetaMask lately. It's a pain in the butt to be on Pulsechain right now. I tell you what. Yeah. And especially if you got 3 or 4 different hardware wallets with certain things on them and you got like messes, to keep organized. Yeah, it's a pain in the butt. What's on what browser or, yeah. Anyways, there's that. And we got this from Mr. Fast Abdul. Shout out to you. To anyone who had a rough day in crypto today, probably regarding the PDI situation, because yeah, I feel for that. I don't, I've never promoted it. I've talked about it some, but like I've never thought it would pay. But if it did, cool kind of thing. Yeah. Anyways, your portfolio isn't your identity. You can always make more money. You can always make more crypto. Your life, your health, your family, and your peace of mind matter more than any chart. And that's right, because you know what? Most of the day today in the crypto chat, we talked about wood cutting and what kind of woods are good firewood. Since, yeah, that at least was the highlight of my day, talking about what kind of woods are in your neck of the woods compared to other people's neck of the woods. And yeah, anyways, just thought I'd put that little bit of positivity out there, you know. And here's another one I thought was kind of positive that Richard Hart put out. Seems like I think Richard Hart's doing Vitalik's work now. Short story of Ethereum. This is a while ago, March 9th, 2023. New York Attorney General labels Ether as security, injecting fresh confusion and blah blah blah. We all know it's not. And now, BBC: Trump seeks criminal prosecution of New York Attorney General Letitia James. I don't know if it's true, but if it's coming out of Richard Hart's tweets, pretty important. I wonder who fit the bill on that one. Anyways, that was kind of interesting to me. How many other crypto projects out there have SEC cases or whatnot just because they're good projects? I can name 4 off the bat. Well, 3 technically. Hex, Pulsechain, and PulseX. And that date's coming up. I think we have like 5 more days. We should find out some news. I'm expecting a pump and probably a sell-off the news dump. If that doesn't happen and it's a buy the news pump, hopefully we at least go 100% that day, if not more. Hopium's in the cards. Let's check the comments. Nope. All right. Anyways, Hopium's definitely in the cards. And especially if Ethereum pumps and Ethereum's not a security, maybe that's why he's been dumping the whole time. And people just been front running the front or whatever. Anyways, enough with news. Let's get out of here. If you haven't been, oxbistro.io, you can get coins without slippage. There's some Queen 2 on here, some King 2 on here. It hasn't been filled much. Got some A6, some Dark Token, and some Beam. No Agreements is on here. So go get you some of that. Yeah, I think Agreements was on. I was having issues. Like, I added some, and the expiry, I'd put it for like a month, and then it would come up with like a minute. And so I don't know what the hell I'm doing wrong. Other than that, that's that. There's no agreements, inactive orders. It was on here. It hasn't been filled. Like all 3 of these have not been filled, because if they're filled, they would be there, and they're all 10 million. And yeah, it's weird because they're all supposed to be a month out, and it's 5/14. Like this one wasn't filled. This one wasn't filled. I don't know. Maybe it's my end. But if we go to 2, there's some yep on here that was filled. You know what I mean? That one wasn't filled. Test stuff. Wait, what's this? Like blank from Ethereum. You can put Ethereum coins on here. Maybe wrapped versions. I don't know. But yeah, go check that out. OTC is way better to trade, so you don't wreck a chart if you want to get in or out. More people need to put orders on this thing because I think the active TVL is only $2,600 right now. I think it would be kind of cool if people were buying and selling Pulsechain through DAI or getting in and out with large bags instead of buying and selling the chart, manipulating the chart. Why wouldn't they come over here? You know what I mean? Especially Hexagons. I know 9mm got their own OTC thing too, but yeah. Seems like there's communities competing against each other, making each other better, with Pulsechain being better, right? Yeah. Along with that, enough with that said, and you can go over to Stakehouse right here too, and go stake your hex on here, pull it up with other people, get that bigger pays better. There's some pools on here. They start cooking after like however long you set. Like, okay, you have a week to get in the pool and stake it and stuff like that. And then they start cooking and you get bigger yields, especially with all the yields being down with what Richard did. And links to the buffet and bistros over here. But yeah, I thought I'd show that cool product. MCR369 is cool. Triplet Dad. Shout out to you. Yeah, I love it. I look on there almost every day for a deal, even if there's not one. But that dark over on Bistro, man. Shout out to Pulse Ray, man. This dark has been looking kind of juicy to me, but it's almost filled. Like, I have my fuel cells. Do I need more? Maybe, but we'll see. If the fuel cell gods, the dark matter gods, see me down with some lottery winnings, maybe I'll go hard. You never know. You never know. Anyways, let's go. Cancel those out. If you haven't, go to Yep on Pulse. Got some agreeable memes right here. Thinking about changing the title up on the homepage, but yeah, look through those. Right here, we got the little drop down of the agreeable index, homie farms, and the function island. The agreeable index liquidity keeps getting thinner for some reason. Maybe something's coming. Who knows? I don't know. But there are some DAP farms. That's probably another reason why the yield's really good right now. But I'm in it still, and I know of 2 others still in it. So yeah, it's got a little thinner. But then we got the homie farms and function island up there for Yep token, where you can get Yep token yield along with no permission coins because we always collaborate. And I got a drop down of all the DApps. I'm still adding to this. Still adding to it. I got a 9-inch aggregator is the gator. I got fucks PHUX, the balancer fork, and Aura fork. Let's go to Actuator. That's a great app too. I got the app right there. You can go straight to it. I like going straight from one spot, And then we got community websites. These are technically DApps or actual websites like pulsex.com. That's actually pulsex.com. Instead of the DApp, you can go over here and go to the DApp and you go to the IPFS link. Other than that, you can come down here and download it if you like. The only DEX in existence that I know of that you can download an EXE and trade on your own computer. That is another reason why I'm bullish on Pulsechain and PulseX. Although I hold more Pulsechain than PulseX, and I'm probably going to keep it that way, especially with what the chart's been looking like on that. We'll get that in a second. Get there when we get the charts. And yeah. So there's that. My YouTube's up here on the website. Oh, look, somebody's streaming. Anybody chatting? No. All right. Anyways, yeah, there's the YouTube. I need to put it on mobile. I've been doing a little things, tinkering with stuff, but yeah, I'm a jack of all trades, master of none, but far better than a master of one. So, things take time, especially when you got about 20 projects working on at once sometimes. Well, at least it feels that way sometimes. Yeah, so, anyways, let's show you the little Yep Dex upgrade. Update ever since the last video, since Sunday. I added the actual 9mm. It wasn't working. So I added that there. And then I adjusted the windows here so hopefully you don't have to scroll too much. You know what I mean? It seems to work just fine. Like I'm connected right there on a wallet and I'm connected up there. So yeah, let's get out of here. Let's go to Wrap Pulse. Or do you guys want to look at Bitcoin first? Yeah, let's look at Bitcoin first. I need to set me up a little trading view watch list and stuff like that. Launch chart. And of course, it's not the dark. But, anyways, it looks like we can click this auto off. Oh, there it is. This is the daily. All right. It looked like we faked out down there. Kind of went down there like I kind of said it would. And the fair value gap, let's look at that again. It was like right in here to the all-time high or something. Yeah. And it bounced right off of it, kind of filled it. Let's see if I'm, yeah, it was like right in there. That's before that went. That was like a couple weeks ago, actually. But now, hopefully we hold. But if we bounce off this again, it'll pretty much be 1, 2, and then we're probably going to break through. So hopefully we make a higher high right here, or at least an inverse head and shoulders so we can keep heading up. But we do want to stay above that box. And another little thing is all my lines, all my charts, all my watch lists of Deck Screener got erased because I had to clear some cache. And, I had to just clear the computer up, re-sign into things, stuff like that. So, it's a little green right now, so maybe I should turn the light to green. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Is it green enough for you down there? A little, yeah. Lighting's still good, but yeah, fair value gap still. I think if we do create this inverse head and shoulders right here, I think we could bounce right here, make a higher high, and start coming up. You know what I mean? Kind of create a shoulder here and a shoulder here. If we are bullish, if Trump starts coming out with making deals with countries, stuff like that, that'll be bullish. But we are decorrelating from the stock market apparently. Stock Nasdaq's down while Bitcoin's up, so who knows? I hope it kind of goes that way in a sense, but in other senses, I don't. Because it hurts people's retirement portfolios and stuff. Well, Anyways, there's Bitcoin. Let's go to Ethereum. Because we all know we ride on ETH, right? Right. I go to the Bitstamp chart. It looks like it just keeps, look at that. That is nuts. It just straight down, dude. Seems like Ethereum selling has just been holding Bitcoin up, man. Let's go to the weekly on this one. I think there's yeah, we're not below it. Yeah, we are. We did go below it. Wow. Just right here. I'm surprised. That was last week. I should have looked at this last week. I don't pay attention to Ethereum enough. I just keep thinking it's falling. You know what I mean? I think I heard it went to like $1,400, $1,500, something like that. So yeah, I think kind of broke that long-term trend line right here a long time ago, and now it's just trying to find a bottom. Um, but look at that, dude. This is interesting. Um, Look at that. Off the all-time high, previous all-time high in 2017. Look at that. Maybe that's what they wanted to retest us first cyclers. Because this right here, first cycle of Ethereum. You know what I mean? I bought Ethereum down here at like $80. And then I sold it up here and then I put it in a bunch of altcoins and wrecked myself. But then, you know, I still had some things like that. But then I put it on Pulsechain and stuff like that. And Hex, things like that. We know the story afterwards. But yeah, I really think it's testing that. I don't know really where it can go from here. Vitalik is working on some privacy stuff. If he starts rolling out some privacy things and makes it really cool before Bitcoin has privacy and stuff, I think Ethereum could eat Bitcoin's lunch in the long run. So yeah, there's that. Look, it wants me to join for free and I can't even exit no more. So I guess we got rugged on TradingView. But Ethereum needs to find a bottom. Really bad. Let's go back. Let's see. We might have found that bottom. We shall see. So I don't know what that would like. We need to come up, retest this area, probably get rejected and make a higher high. You know what I mean? That's probably what I would want from right here. Come up, middle of June, come down, you know, July, August, and retest it. And then, yeah, something like that. Start going up in September. I don't know, maybe the middle of my line's a little good, but yeah, it'd be kind of cool. It'd look like a Adam and Eve kind of bottom. I don't know why I've been stuck on Adam and Eve's lately, but everything needs to have like a good bottom. Maybe a double bottom, triple bottom. Maybe it just goes flat right here with a bunch of wicks to the downside, just eating up and just keeps closing above levels. That would be bullish. I mean, that would be insanely bullish for ETH. And all it takes is that privacy to get integrated and yeah, off to the moon. You know what I mean? But a good level to watch out for down below is that $1,200 area, $1,250 maybe. You know, I don't know what other bad news you can put on ETH to make it go to that low besides tariffs. So we'll see. We will see. So, anyways, let's go to why we are here. Is Pulsechain, right? Pulsechain. If you want me to look at a chart, you got to come over to YouTube, hit like, hit subscribe, and post your ticker in the chat. Like, unless I'm not entertaining enough for you, I get it. I get it. I'm new here. You're just trying to get to know me. I'm trying to get to know you. And these Pulsechain streets are kind of hard. So, anyways, I got me a little watch list here. Main tokens I look at. Wrap Pulse is in the green. Got me a little indicator in here called the fractal. Let's get rid of that one. And the volume. We don't need that. Let's just go candles. Let's go to the Heikinashi. Oh, looks like we're still bullish. Could be losing a little momentum. But I don't know. I think it's last minute sellers thinking that the news coming up is going to be bearish. Sell the news event. I could see this thing being positive and us going, I mean, at least up to here. That's 40% move. I don't know. Maybe it might come up to there and just get cheated back down by whoever cheats the most. I don't know. But see all these like buyers and sellers right here? Like that could have been on OX Bistro. What else could have been? Big buyer. Come on, big buyer. That could have been on OX Bistro, and it wouldn't hurt the chart, guys. Could have got your die on over there. You know what I mean? But a lot of people have to use it and stuff. I'm really shilling that, huh? It doesn't have a token. It's a great platform. So yeah, here's this. Hopefully we're building a bull flag. Let's go back to the. I really think we are. Like we're back at 2627. We like people are faking each other out right now. I think we probably could go down a little bit and then go back up. I want to like. What I'm surprised is long wicks to the downside and long wicks to the upside. I like that. That means like we're building a good floor. Like this was capitulation floor, and now we're like building that like good flat floor before we start going up because the sellers run out, right? So hopefully that's what's going on. But with this news, maybe we can come up to like half sack price like in a couple days, man. Maybe not. We'll see. I would really love the community to push sack price before Richard even starts streaming again or whatever the hell he's going to do. Maybe pump Vitalix bags before he pumps ours. Who knows? But, you know, the last 24 hours has been green on Wrap Pulse right here, so the light's green. Maybe I should change it red when we go to PulseX, but it's like 0.5%. So, you know. But PulseX, let's look at this. Got something to talk about on this. Yeah, it's a little bit lower than Pulsechain. Pulsechain's kind of, let's look at this again, guys. A little bit lower than Pulsechain. So maybe some of these big PulseX wells are getting their Pulsechain, trying to save Pulsechain and building that flag. And we're going up because, you know, Pulsechain's been the most wrecked. Do I have to measure this again? Do I? Because I can do this. Let's go all the way back. Look. Watch this. How far down are we? 90%, right? Now let's go up. Do Richard style. Go up. We got a 10x to the all-time high, man. 10x. Let's go to PulseX. Let's scroll out. And we come down here, and then we go down from the all-time high. I know. Let's center this a little bit more so you guys can see it a little better. Okay. This, 85% down. All right. So it could go down a little bit more. Who knows? We'll look at the secret chart in a minute between these two. But there's that. Now let's do it Richard style and take off the magnet. This is hyper deflationary. I get it. But it's barely a 6x to all-time high. And that's like a little above sack price. Sack price is like right here. So it might get cheated hard. Who knows? I don't. But I know what I did in the beginning. I sacrificed PulseX to get more Pulsechain. And yeah. But when you go here, look, it's been a bad trade. I should have held my PulseX. Well, I should have sold my PulseX to get more Pulsechain. And then once this confirmed up here, I should have swapped back. And then just rode it to the top. And then when it hit 1-to-1 on the ratio between Pulsechain and PulseX, should have sold. But look, guys. Shoulder, whatever. I think it was a head and shoulder. Let's do this. Style. Take that off. And I don't know. I'd say down right around here. I'd expect it like half. Maybe. We'll see. Could build a floor right here for a while and start curve back up to retest it. I don't know. But, you know, let's go down here. Let's be conservative. I do that, and then let's maybe just oh, give me a minute. I always forget where there it is. Parallel channel this bad boy. It's already retested off of it, so we come down here a little harder. Maybe we go up a little harder. I don't know. It's really a toss up, especially Pulsechain benefits from ETH, and PulseX people don't get upgrades on Pulsechain or PulseX or whatever. I don't know, volume. Who knows? But I would think Pulsechain would be the better play, especially if you got 10x to all time high, man. You only got a 6 on this. And it's a DEX coin. Yeah, it has a buy and burn. It's super deflationary. It's going to take some time to get the supply down there, but yeah, that's my opinion. I've kind of always stuck with that, but recently PulseX this past year and a half has made me look stupid on that trade. I will give them that, but right now it looks like it's topping out. We shall see, but it could be topping out right now too, because of I'll leave that line there. Hopefully it stays this time. Because people are going from their oversized PulseX bags to save Pulsechain and prop that up because it capitulated further because all the FUD and PDA. Yeah. Anyways, all the drama, let's just say. And they could rotate back in because deflationary. Who knows? But yeah, we shall see. RH supposedly moved funds to Tornado Catch. Who knows if that's RH's wallet or not? Just hearing rumors. I haven't done my own research on that. And to be honest, if it was him, good, because I don't want to know if he's going to be pumping a coin or not. Anyways, let's move on to Hex. Since we're on Hex, there. No, not that one. There we go. That's a little better. Since we're on Hex, Hex kind of down, man. Kind of down. Pumped real hard, and now it's kind of down. Let's check this out. Since the tippity top, it went down 30%, and now it's at 24. Right? Let's go back to Pulsechain. I like doing this for you guys so you guys can see the correlation in percentages of your bags, not candlesticks and closes and TA. It kind of shows you a little bit of like liquidity bonding in a sense. Yes, it's not very technical, but that one's only down 6%, but it went down 16 instead of so half the amount. So maybe people were selling their Hex to prop up Pulsechain too. Who knows? I'm seeing where the liquidity is flowing. PulseX into Pulsechain, Hex into Pulsechain. Although Hex pumped the hardest, I'm seeing where it's going. Just possibility. I have no idea. I'm just a guy on YouTube. Who knows? Anyways, let's go back to we're at Pulse. Now let's go to PulseX. Trying to stay on topic here. I'm trying to get better for you guys because I keep jumping around too quick. People don't understand, don't get what I'm like bebopping for or whatever. But anyways, that's not accurate enough for you guys. This went down. Click the button, retard. This went down 22, so it's in the middle of Hex and Pulsechain. It's still down 14. So, yeah, Pulsechain's kind of performing better right now out of all three of them. I'm just calling all three cores. Ink's a reward core, or the RH meme coin, Well, I guess since Most is out, you can't really call it a meme coin now because really gunning for the DAO kind of governance thing for Ink. Anyways, let's go to Ink. I haven't looked at this chart like since probably Sunday. I don't know. I don't have memory that much, but look, seems like a stable coin to me. Kind of just been sideways there, building a nice little floor. I'm glad it's holding above this area right here. I really am, because that means people aren't cheating as much. There's a lot of people out there that doesn't know about the ink printer, maybe because they don't watch YouTube enough or follow Fast Abdul and what he makes and creates. But you should, instead of dumping, just borrow and let other people have it. If you just want to leave. But I hope all the sellers just click out today, just cause a massive candle like Pete Eye, and we can just buy it all back up, and keep going off to Valhalla, whatever you want to call it. Just being goofy, but yeah, it's kind of building a nice floor here. My box disappeared from over here. So yeah, we're building new charts. Let's put our line here. We need to stay above here. But here's another thing of what I think could be brewing on this chart, on these charts. The little ascending triangles. So we might have some time. Who knows? The midline would be like right through there somewhere or whatever. I know there's probably a ascending triangle thing in here, but it's just close enough, right? Who knows? For government work, it might be close enough. Maybe not for the CIA. Central Ink Agency. See what it did there? Yeah. Now somebody's probably going to come out with when it comes in. Although, don't do it, please. Anyways, yeah, kind of bounce off the center line down there. So probably coming down here, going back up, whatnot. Forgot to draw my line on PulseX. Go back and do that real quick so we can do it on stream. Hopefully they do not get erased this time. And then we go up to here, and then we extend to the right. Right? Yeah, because we want to be right. Hopefully we stay above that. Kind of got 3 touch points down in here. Kind of went through it on the second one, but I'm going to go with this one right now because it's just cooler. If you want to go up to this one, I mean, but we got some space. Let's just cut it in the middle. Let's see if we can stay above that, and hopefully build this nice little floor, scoop up, whatever. Yeah. Let's go to Solid X since it seems to, like, God, there's G's in it, man. Like, how much of this do I need to get so I can stake it and be that house, like it says? You know what I mean? Yeah. That was 4 hours. Past couple of days, it G'd it down. Yesterday, it G'd it down. Now it's going back up. Blah 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 blah. Let's see. Line I want it to stay above. Probably right there. Know what I mean? Let's extend this to the left. That would be my little game right there. I wouldn't like really count these wicks too much, but yeah, we could come down and retest them. But if we come down, tap this, and then just kind of fall through it, it's just going to puke because the rest of the market's puking, in my opinion. Nope. Kind of holding up a little better today compared to Solid X. Only 0.5% compared to the 4.5%. Maybe something's coming. You might want to get some of that. We should look at the Hocus Pocus farms before I leave. Matter of fact, while I'm on Nope, let's go to it because it's just great. So now, come over to here to yeponpulse.com, right? We go over to YepDex, not click on YepDex, but scroll down to Homie Farms, only one click, and boom. Boom. farms right here. Already reloaded. Look, nope, yep. APR is 241. Stacked Italian and nope. We got 206. I think I have very little in this farm for you guys, so you guys can get it. I'm being kind of benevolent. I just picked me up some DAT today. So yeah, some more DAT today. You know, I already had DAT, but anyways, you got Bets of Crypto down here with Note Farm and 198. Got 220 for Note Sound X. Note Queen 2, which you can get on OX Bistro with that Queen 2. 162. Yeah. And then where's that DAT Rat Pulse Farm? We got $45,000 in liquidity. We should look at the market cap on that real quick, because it keeps getting more stable and more stable and more stable. Yeah, 40. It's got 8,000 more, so it just might keep going sideways here at 2 cents forever. Who knows? But scroll down, see what's going on here. Got us a little green candle right here. Could be breaking that out soon. Who knows? Nice little retest off of this right here. I like that. That is like really golden. That's the line DAT needs to stay above right there. Let's take this magnet off. Look at that. We need to stay above that to remain bullish. Look like two bold. Yeah. Anyway, 2 something Harrys. And yeah, let's add that to the watch list. Anyways, that's that. Let's go back to Nope. Nope. Looking a lot like Solid X. But I don't know how much of the supply of Nope is paired with Solid X. I'd have to look again, but I know it's a lot, like 100 grand in like USD value, but like token wise, I pay attention to the ratios, how much Solid X to Nope, and you pay attention to that. So maybe we should look down here. I know this ain't the only pair, but like there's only 20% of Nope pulled with Solid X or pulled with Pulse. I'm on the wrong pair. That's God, getting ahead of myself. Look. There we go, 100K. And down here we got, so we got 10, 12% pair with Solid X. It's pretty good. Pretty good. All right. Anyways, just going off that pool, there could be other pools elsewhere. So right here, I think we need to stay above. Yeah, wick through, bought back up. But we need to stay above that. And I don't know. I kind of see this too, like kind of building like a pennant, maybe. Should have came up higher right here to build one, but go back to Solid X. Kind of looks that way too. So let's put a line over here. You know, we got time's running out, peeps. So we'll see. Could break down, give you some good buying $6, but you never know. People come through here and might just start buying it, especially if news comes out here soon. Especially with the V2 update, could have something going on. Maybe giveaways. Who knows? But the more it gets crunched, the more it gets crunched. Could be using parallel channels next time. Who knows? We never know what indicators we're going to be using. All right. Wow. I need to look over on the comments. We got some Crypto Queen and Queen show. Bang, bang. We got some. The Queen loves your TA. All right. We should probably look at the Queen then, huh? Buy Pulse. Yes. Pulsechain is attached to everything. Everything else on the chain is just leverage on that. And if you have some Bitcoin, put it on ETH and then bridge that wrap BTC over to Pulsechain and just put it there. I mean, just leave it there because Pulsechain will run with it. Maybe it'll be good luck. Who knows? We got no more baby mama drama. Yeah, it's kind of nice. There's been little discussions here and there with the token that shall not be discussed. But with that said, I want to go to the queen. Let's go to queen 2. All right. Queen 2, I think this is the one. Yep. Nice little tax token. Ooh, it looks like it's flooring up, dude. Good little buy zone right here. I think my box was like right in there somewhere. I can't remember since all my boxes went away. But yeah, it's 88% down. It's only gone down 90%. That's good. It's paired with some, I think it's paired with Solid X and some good other tokens like King 2. I need to put this on my watch list. Just put it on the main list. Add it to the other one later. King 2. We're at Pulse. Let's look at King 2. Building the floor just like Queen. I think they're highly paired together. Yeah, this one's yeah, 90%. Looks like a floor. Building a nice, sweet little floor. How much would a million King Pooey get you? $57 for a million. If we go over to Queen, a million Queen is 671. Higher market cap one though. But anyways, yeah, there's the little TA for Queen. Building that floor. Yeah, you just got to stay above that right there, pretty much. And just stay above that. It might come down. If it tests it again, this will be 1, 2, 3. That might break it and go down a little lower, depending on Pulsechain and everything, though. That goes for like any of this, like Solid X, Nope, Yep, 2 fucks, things like that. So, other than that, there's that. I don't know. You guys like my TA or what? I already did that one. The Sparta well has 53 million hex now after cheating from a sacrifice airdrop. 2 billion Sparta into hex as the sheep are exiting. Yeah. I noticed. I heard. I know I put it on stream last Sunday, whatever, when it launched. I mentioned it, and then I heard. I liked it because it had such a big liquidity pool with hex, right? But apparently, the news is you just look. It's already down to 80 million, so it's just getting wow. Yeah, it's just I don't know about that. I would stay away from it for now. So you know more when these Tendies token launched this thing. I remember him from a long time ago, but yeah, that launched. But it looks like there's 40 million hex missing out of this pool already. So that's a lot of hex, man. I was like there the first couple hours, and I looked at this pool, and it was like 120 million hex. So that dude's got some bags of hex, and hopefully he keeps it just the way it is from here. And when hex goes, this will go. Who knows? But yeah. Anyways, there's that. Just I don't know. Do your own research, guys. Yeah, definitely do your own research. Where am I? Treasury. You want to look at Treasury? We all locked up a lot of nope in the homie farms. Yes, we did. All right. So this one, Hearts Treasury or Treasury Bill from the Tropa ecosystem. It's had a nice little pump lately ever since BS. I think this one's mintable though. So go to Treasury, go to there's that. I think they have a token scanner up here, something like that. Stats, tools, permanent laws. I can't remember. Dogs, no. I'm thinking of a different place then. I don't know. Scan the token. I was going to show it to you guys. I think it's scan David guard. Oh man. I think it's right. Yeah, I think this is it. Yeah, here we go. Nice little scanner. You can come over to scan.midgard without the u.wtf and analyze any token. I might put this on Pulse. You can come down here, runs through some stuff, verifying, fetch, contract, data. I always kind of go through this stuff. Doesn't have a tax, doesn't have that. Blacklist functions unknown, stuff like that. But you come up here, or yeah, it's right here. Suspicion patterns, unverified contract, unknown risk. It explains it all. It's not verified. Findings. Owner function. It's owned. It's not revoked. Contract source code is not published. Contract reads. Maybe it's a different token. Decimals, total supply, allowance, and owner. So it is not mintable. So yeah. That's a positive for it, I guess. I thought it was mintable. But anyways, yeah. It's got a nice little pop, little double bottom. You might want to keep that level right there. A little rough. But Pete, I pulled it down and then Atropa pumped, and that's probably why it's up today. Maybe this coin is, God, I could have swore it was mintable. I don't know why. Anyways, that's where you want to stay above that. Probably going to get a little resistance around here. Horizontal line. Pink. There you go. Look at that. Perfect floor right there. A lot of resistance right in here. So it might be last chance. I don't know. I'm not touching it. I don't own nothing. I'm fine. There's my little TA on that. We all locked up in the phone. Homie Farms. Yeah. A lot of nope locked up in 2FUCks as well. Yes, I will go over to the 2FUCks and look at that. Treasury yields EHEX and PHEX just for holding. Interesting. Why doesn't it? It should say that down here. I like things that are updated like that. Who's the founder? No staking. Not a T-bill. No, not T-bill. Treasury. So I'm on the wrong one. This one? Arch Treasury? It's got to be this one then. Newer token. I don't know about this one. I haven't heard of this one. Arch Treasury. Currently, X yield extreme low. So it's tax token, PTG ecosystem. 7% total tax either way. Probably. All right. What is the value of yields? EHEX expensive. Yeah, I don't know. It's got a little fee, whatever, it's tax token, and it gives you e-hex and hex. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Yeah. New one to me. I'm going to keep a little eye on this. I usually don't touch reflection tokens. Like I made some money on PTGC and UFO and stuff, but yeah, back in 2020, it's just up and crashed down while the yield just goes, it's good and you can make a lot of money on them as long as you know what you're doing. But long term, I haven't seen one that pans out, but I don't know, man. This cycle, especially with these tax tokens with buy and burns and things like that, it could go long term because it takes a lot off the supply. Like with Queen 2, like probably with this one, a buy and burn on it. Does it have buy and burn? If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I would have to do more research, but yeah, I'll add this to the watch list. That's interesting. That's a new one. Thank you for that one, Brandon Tyndall. T-bill is trash compared to Treasury. I would agree. Yeah. All right. Cool. You got E-hex and P-hex just for holding. That is pretty cool. But now you know my opinion on reflection tokens. Yeah, I would definitely hold that. If you wanted to do a fib. $618. That would be, it was probably come up here if it held this. So that's my meme TA. But yeah, it's reflection. You want to hold that support with buyers and stuff, and then I don't own this. Always do your own research. None of this is financial advice. So yeah, if you want to hold that up and to the right, hold it. But I don't know how many holders. I haven't done any research. It's a very small market cap, 100K. What's the liquidity? It's 11K, so there's 10% in liquidity. I don't know if it's locked, anything like that. So yeah, I'll look at it later. But thanks for that one. That is cool. Yeah, you want to come up? That's the 618 right there. I'm glad you came in the chat, man. I appreciate it, Brandon. A lot of people don't come over here and put tickers. Yeah, it is fairly new, so it's a little harder to do TA on. But look at that line. My line's kind of beautiful. And I kind of did it rough, too. But yeah, it's probably going to bounce one more time down here before it tends to go back up. I would say that because it's already made a lower low on this area, kind of came down from there. Yeah, I think it's going to come bounce off here again and come up, retest it. That'll be the third break, and it'll probably break up to the 618. Do a little come down, break, and then break out to the 618 and whatever. Something like that, and then you'll make a new form. Got to build support right there, though. That's what I think. There's your TA analysis, simple-mindedness for me. Yeah. Anyways, let's look at Firewall. I'm probably streaming way too freaking long. How long have I been streaming? I got like 20 more minutes. All right. Anyways, Firewall coming back down here to retest the low right here, which is good. I like the floor it's creating. Maybe somebody's coming in protecting the price, but this is tied to Most. And yeah, it could be forming an inverse head and shoulders here, but we'll see what Most does. This will probably do. Looks like it's building the floor. Hopefully it finds its floor right about where it is. I wish my line was back on here, but I know my purple box was somewhere like right down in here. Yeah, somewhere like right down in there. So it's kind of hanging on to that box. So it could come back down in it. I'm expecting it to, and that would be DCA time. So it's probably the start of DCA time, but to play it more fair, a little lower right there. There you go. Bounce off the top of the box. Yeah, it's a little better TA there. Yeah. Something like that. That's on 1 hour though, so 4 hour probably won't show it. Yeah, it's just building the flag. Anyways, let's go to X game. Another Firewall token. When the X game comes out, this will probably do its thing. You know what I mean? All these pump tire tokens. So yeah, all liquidity's burnt. Yeah, it's all these tokens are like right down there. Let's go to the 1 hour. Let's see what's going on. Yeah. Let's do it right. Right to the top of that candle. There we go. And go back to the 4 hour. Perfect. Perfect. There we go. Let's see where that goes. There's my box. 2 fucks. A lot of tokens. Move pretty quick. Let's go to the daily. Oh, yeah, it's down here. Look, rewards token. You can get voting power. Now is the time to do it. I've been holding all my 2 fucks. And here at the bottom, even with this amount I have, you know, just been slowly thanks, man. Hit the like, subscribe, come back. Usually here every Wednesday. Around 7:30. Depends on if something comes up. But yeah, this building floor, I increase your voting power. Let's go there right now. Screw it. Let's check this real quick, actually, so I can. All right, let's go there right now. Get your voting power. Want to come down here? You want to get in here? This is the pool of addresses with the voting power. There might be something in the near future that comes out to where you can earn yield on this platform and another. Hint, hint. Haven't forgotten. And you can use your 2 fucks to do that with. You probably use your 9-inch, your Pulsex. Who knows? Something big just might happen all at once. I'm expecting that from like now on. Since we had so much FUD, there has to be like a consolidated bull event just to make all the charts just fly up. You know what I mean? That could be 4 days from now. That could be a year from now. Who knows? I don't. But yeah, you want to get in there. You earn 17% right now on incentive votes. So there's get it while you can. That used to be over $1 million. And mainly because the price is down so low. But lock it up, get some voting power, man. Like, and it's down like what 97. Really think you can go down to like 99.99999. How much more would you lose? Like, no, you're not. It's going up. Hopefully, I think it builds a nice wide flat. Maybe it just stays flat forever from here. Who knows? I bought the bottom here. Bought the bottom over here. I bought up over here. Bought over here. You know, I sold some, bought some. Now I'm just hoarding it because the yield's nice. You even get extra tokens in some of the farms, which is great. Like the Agreeable Index when those tokens come out. So yeah, let's look at a token I don't talk about much. I haven't even got to mine. My favorite token, my most agreeable token. But look at Scuba Steve. Look what I see, right? off the bat, bro. Like, wow, I just noticed that. Scuba Steve is bullish. Let's look at the RSI real quick to confirm. It's still should be like down here, but it's gaining strength, man. It's gaining strength. Had a bullish divergence right through here, and now it's looking bullish completely. So with low volume, like really low volume. This was in the thousands daily for a long time. So yeah, bullish on that. Check that out. That's in the Agreeable Index. Very good project, I think. But it's curving up right here, man. It's curving up, and if volume stays low and it keeps curving up, that means the sellers are out, man. Maybe I should pull my liquidity out of the Agreeable Index, give you guys higher yields, so I can get those tokens. Let me know. Let me know. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. That's curving up. I like that. We'll see if this comes down. It'd be really nice if this came down to like right here and retested sometime and this was going up, because that would confirm that divergence and it would be really nice. Like, because that means the sellers are like, yeah, it's very rare that happens, but that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's go to, we did Firewall, we did it again. Let's go to Yup token, the most agreeable token, because you know why? Wag me. We're all gonna make it, right, guys? Disagree, just hit the dislike button on the way out. Sorry, I looked at the chat. Do I need to say it? Okay, I'll say PDI is either a 1 or 0. It's going to go to 1 or it's going to go to 0. So it's binary. So you decide. We'll see. I think you're just trolling me with this, but yeah, my opinion is like highly unlikely, especially with all the liquidity pulled. And Sami, other influencers just need to quit while they're probably behind at this point, and just go back to the cores, regain their reputation, whatever. You know what I mean? But yeah, PDI is either going to 1 or 0. Binary decision. My advice is buy some yeah, buy some no. Go earn some of that in the homie farms. Just decide with some of that. And then you can go DCA some DAT into PDI if you like, if you could find the liquidity. And then you can get rugged on, because there's like people with billions of PDI tokens from what I hear. And like just one of them can send it to 0. Good. If you want to be right either way, just buy 50 cents worth. Is it really a loss? And then still you can flex either way. But yeah. Anyways, the magnet needs to be on for this one. And look at that. It needs to stay above that. It could be a triangle. Who knows? But I'm really thinking it's not. Let's turn the magnet off for that. Let's see if we can stay above that midline right there. It'd be nice if we broke out to the top side and then just roll along. Look at that. What's the date right there? May 15th. That's kind of funny. It's like right around when Pulsechain launched. I launched this on the Wolf Moon in January, kind of like symbolize, first full moon of the year, and be kind of funny, man. Just kind of funny. It's green right now, guys. There, back to green. Are you not entertained? It's probably green because of I don't know why it's green. Maybe because other things are about to happen. Who knows? I don't. Very low volume, but agreeable index has liquidity. Piteus is the best place to swap into this. If we go over to Yep on Pulse, you can go to the home page right here. Right there, it's Piteus. Connect, everything. Yeah, there's that. And I think that's all I got, guys. End on a good note. I think we could pop up. Let's go back to Pulsechain just to confirm. Probably don't have any lines. Put the line on it. Stay above that. But then if we put a parallel line on it, God, I always freaking do that shit. There, parallel channel. I think I had a parallel channel. And then if we go there, it's right above it. So like tomorrow's going to be decision time. Either up or down. And if we go down, we need to bounce off right here. Like, because it'll be a couple days, probably the 19th or the 20th, right? Because I think it's like 22nd case thing. What is it? 26. Might be the 26th. Who knows? So we got some days. So yeah, we need to. It looks like we're holding that line, and we're building that bull flag. So yeah, see if we keep holding it. It's kind of been like teeter tottering, but on that note, let's see if what would be the measured move on that. If it broke out, we would go back up here, man. Almost, that's not bad. But if news came out on the 26th, I think it's the 26th, right? I don't know. Let me know in the chat. But, that would be nice to get up to that level before that point. Who knows? So we'll see. But if the measure moved down, let's clone this bad boy. Move this one down here. It broke down. I mean, really, do you think it's going down to 4015? It might, but it would probably take another foot of it at this point. It came close last time, but if it went down there, dude, we're going to 401 at that point. Like, maybe not. It'd just be one blast off wick from there. Who knows? But who needs the DCA down there when you can just DCA right it through here? Now we just go from now. But then again, you can go from here and go to the weekly and just zoom out, way out. And then, okay, ask yourself, where's the first 100X? From the bottom, 100X, 2015. See if we get there one day. Maybe that's the line that we just need to ride from now on. There's some hopium for you guys. I'll leave it on that. Peace out.
No permissions, birth looked off, taking flight falling. Knows dissidence, balanced in dark and light. Steadying the agreeable index plight. Crypto tuning up, yup, keeping it right. Yup, the meme that's on the rise. Agreeable disagree. Yep. That's all the time you need. Meet up, hits it right. Freedom and prosperity, the destination and the flight. Lighting up Dad's farm, opposed to that, nope. Rule, firing up them charts, yeah, flying straight and true. Wink at the foe,